Fundación, the Spanish word for foundation. And no, I'm not talking about the foundation of this building. I'm talking about a foundation of Quito, almost 500 years ago. And good morning, and welcome to another beautiful day here in Quito, Ecuador. It is a beautiful day here, even though the sun isn't shining. It's always nice to be here in Quito. And the reason I'm here is to talk to you about 1534. The year 1534, that's when this city was founded. And it's a story that's rooted deeply because there were 204 Spaniards that came here to take over the city, but there were people, they were called Quito people, that lived here before then. And before those Spaniards got here, they burnt down the entire city so that there was nothing left. Then, well, oh my goodness, let me cross the street, I'm almost gonna die. Let me tell you what happened next. Time out right now. Did you know that Quito actually had an airport in downtown Quito until just a few years ago? Like 10 years ago, they built a brand new airport, which is beautiful, but there used to be one right downtown. Also, did you know that you could subscribe, like, and just leave a little comment for me right below? And while you're down there writing a comment, there's a special opportunity to be a part of something bigger, to support this channel, and to share with me where I should go here in Quito in 2026. If you want to do that, check out the Patreon page right below, and I really appreciate all of you who are supporting my videos. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, back to these Quito dates. So imagine this, 204 Spaniards come here to a completely burnt up city. They know that it was burnt by somebody who lived here for many, many years before then. And after that, well, December 6th, 1534, after that they didn't really celebrate this day. December 6th, the day that Quito was founded, it wasn't celebrated until 1960. And after the 1960s, they've always celebrated this day. And it's a day filled with just so much fun. Moses at school is enjoying it so much because he can go and play the traditional games, which we'll talk about, and do some, well, can't really drink the traditional drink, which I'll talk about in a second either, because it has some moonshine in it. And they get to have a half day of school and then no school on Friday. And what a great thing to celebrate for a kid. No school, right? And I think they didn't want to celebrate this foundation of Quito because they took it from the native people, who obviously didn't really want it to be taken if they burnt it down so that nothing could be seen of what they had here. But skip ahead, and the city looks completely different almost 500 years later. I mean, I think about that and think about the United States and just how young the United States is compared to cities here in Latin America. And this being the oldest city, or at least one of the oldest cities in all of the Americas, which is pretty incredible. So you skip ahead to today, 2015. What does it look like here in Quito to celebrate this special day? Besides the fun stuff in school for Moses, you can also find these party buses. They're called Chivas, and you can find them in Colombia as well. Not sure about Venezuela, but in the northern part of Latin America, you can find these things, and they're these open buses that basically you stick a ton of people in it, and you play some really loud music, and you go through the city, and you just have a big party. You stop in different places and you dance and you have some drinks and you're just on this thing like all over the place, especially after a few drinks, and you're having a ton of fun with your friends. You see these loud party buses going through anywhere. But that's not just at night. It can also happen during the day. The other day I was just eating some lunch and I heard these trumpets and music and it was really cool, but it wasn't a Chiva, it was actually a band. It was a parade going down the street to celebrate the Quito Day. So there are so many different celebrations, and what are the things that you do if you're having a house party, which is also very common right now. House parties are really common right now. And basically you have a bunch of food and you have this special drink called a Canelazo, which has some moonshine, and it's just like a really, really strong alcohol that's put in with a bunch of fruits, and it's a really good drink to have right now. And we're coming out of kind of a cooler, rainy season to a hot season in beginning of December, and it's just this perfect drink to have while you're on a Chiva or at a house party. Also, while you're at a house party or you're just at a bar together, you're playing this game called Quarenta. It's a card game that's typical here in the Sierra region, not just in Quito, but all of the mountainous areas of Ecuador. You play this game of Quarenta, which is just a fun card game to pass time and have fun with friends. And it's this typical game that you can find here in Quito, especially being played December 6th or December 4th. As we're right now still playing that card game. We played it last weekend, play it this weekend, and then we'll take a break until next year. Although you can play it throughout the year. And one tradition that I just found out about is that there's this carrera de coches de madera, which is basically like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Jamaican bobsled team. This was a movie that was put out in the early 90s, and they had to learn how to do a bobsled, which is on ice going down this mountain in Jamaica, where there is no ice. And so they would make these wooden little like carts, and they would go down this mountain hill, and they would see if they would survive. Basically, they would see who would win, who would go the fastest. They have that here as well. And I just heard about it on the news that this is something that is in a small little town in Quito, and you make these little carts and you race down the hill, adults and sometimes kids as well. And, well, are you dead, mon? That's what I would say at the end of one of those things. If you've ever seen the movie Jamaican bobsled team, that's what they say, because they crash a whole lot. But that also exists for December 6th holiday here in Quito. And for me, it feels kind of like a birthday, 4th of July, and New Year's all put into one holiday. Because you hear fireworks during the day, doesn't matter if it's nighttime at all, and I feel so bad for our dogs because one of our dogs does not like the fireworks. But there are fireworks going on all around Quito, all around this whole area celebrating this special day. And then if you go out at night, you hear the party buses, the Chivas going around, and people just having a ton of fun. There's live bands, there's concerts, there's events going on throughout all of Quito, and it's just a fun time to do something special, get out of your house, or invite people to your house, have a special food and Canelazo, and just enjoy life. It's a birthday party for an entire city, so it's a birthday party on steroids to start your December. How cool is that? So that's my take on this really special day. This weekend is going to be filled with just a whole lot of fun. And next year, hopefully I'll be able to share a bunch of that fun with you, but I have some more videos that I want to share with you this weekend that are going to be absolutely epic, and they're actually going to share with you like what I'm going to do in 2026, which I'm pretty excited about, and I'm here in downtown Quito to purchase something really special that's going to drive this channel forward that I'm just pumped about. Maybe I'll get some ice cream to celebrate later. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave me a little comment of the things that you do if you're here in Quito for this special day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time, but for now, ciao.